Welcome to the Vegas Insider channel here on YouTube. It is week 17 of the NFL as the regular season wraps up this weekend. Kevin Rogers and Holden Kushner with you. Our contest picks, they haven't been tremendous this year, but at least we're going to try to finish off with a bang at 5-0. We'll see. Coming up this Sunday, 16 games on the schedule. And let's get started. 5 picks, 2 by me, 2 by Holden, 1 consensus. Holden's got pick number 1.
Hold on a second. Our picks have not been amazing this year.
Well, they wouldn't win any contest. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah,
we're good enough, but good enough doesn't win contest.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You're right, but we're over 50%. We're well over 50%. Our consensus was struggling. Anyways,
yeah,
because you and I just disagree on everything. Like, whatever. What do you think about Jacksonville plus 14 this week, huh? How about taking the tasty Jacksonville Jaguars? I'm never going to forget this. Last year, it was Minshew Mania, and Jacksonville was supposed to get blown out. I don't even remember who they were playing. They just played their poor little hearts out. They tried 100%. I think this week, Jacksonville is in a nice little backdoor cover situation. Now, the Colts are going to go out and try to kick their butts. I don't blame them. They got to get there. But ultimately, 14 points. I think Jacksonville can just stay in there. Do they have a backup running back in Agumbuwale? Yes. Do they have issues at quarterback? Yes. Defensively, do they have issues? Yes. So why am I taking the Jaguars? 14 is just too much. Division game. Give me Jacksonville.
And for my first pick, Holden, I'm going to take another double-digit underdog, but this time at home. I'm going to take the points of the Cincinnati Bengals, getting 12 against Baltimore. Last time they played, when Joe Burrow was the quarterback of the Bengals, the Ravens blew them out at home. And the Bengals are playing with a little bit of heart. Not a lot, but a little bit of heart the last few weeks. Knocked off Pittsburgh at home on the Monday night, won at Houston. They're not going to get the number 1 pick of the draft, so you're not going to try to tank it. I just think that the Bengals here will want to finish off on a high note, getting Burrow back next year. And for the Ravens, they played very well down the stretch. They'll likely be in the playoffs, but I think people are a little high on them right now, and this is a lot of points for them to lay here on the road, especially after blowing them out the first time. I'm going to take the points with the Bengals against the Ravens on Sunday. Holden, your second pick.
My second pick is going to be a team laying a touchdown on the road. I mean, have we ever seen a team? Well, did we see a team this season as bad as Detroit? Now, I get it. Their coaches were bad. And believe it or not, they were actually worse without their coaches than they were with Matt Patricia. That's how bad they were last week. Now, the COVID thing is going away from the coaches. They can come back. They can come back this week. I just don't see any scenario where these guys are going to give enough to take out the Minnesota Vikings, who still – are playing. I think there's a lot on the line here for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins going forward. Justin Jefferson looking to finish strong. Thielen, defensively, the same thing. Now, I'm not saying there's no motivation for the Lions. I just think that they are the worst team in the National Football League right now. Even if Stafford starts, there's no guarantee he's going to make it. He's been banged up so much this season. This could be his last game with the Lions, too. I don't see them covering here, K-Raj. I think Minnesota finishes this season strong.
Yeah, Minnesota, after a tough outing on Christmas against the Saints, we'll see if they can finish with a win on the road and a sweep of the Lions. For my second pick, I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. I'm going to take them as a short dog against Las Vegas. The Raiders coming off just a heartbreaking loss to the Dolphins last week, eliminating them from the playoffs. I just can't see how John Gruden gets this team up on the road this week, and the Raiders blew out the Broncos earlier this season, so I'm sure Denver's got something to play for here back at home. And they've had their struggles at home last few times out. Were blown out by Buffalo and the quarterback situation with New Orleans. Now at least Vegas, you got a shot to beat them. And, this line is flipped in Vegas's favor, but I think that Denver, they want to end on a solid note. We say it for every team, Holden. We fall into that trap. Everybody needs to finish on a high note. But for the Broncos, I think they can get this one. It's just tough to back the Raiders with the way they've been playing down the stretch. So now it's time for our consensus pick. This is the one where Holden and I, we talk about this. We break down every single game, and then we come up with this one winner. And we're going to take the New England Patriots at home against the Jets. Adam Gase, likely his last game as the head coach of New York. He blew it because he won the last 2 weeks. They cost him the number 1 pick of the draft. Patriots were bad Monday against Buffalo. I got to lay the 3 here with New England. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but I just can't back the Jets getting 3. I just can't do it.
I mean, I feel sick making this pick, but I'm with you. I mean, listen, it's still a Belichick team. It's still, Cam Newton can run all over the Jets. The Jets are still a garbage football team. I'm not buying into them after these 2 wins. We're talking about a field goal here. I mean, at the very least, we're going to push. We don't want to push in this contest, but let's face it, K-Raj, have you seen a worse team from start to finish this season in the AFC? Like, is there a worse team than the Jets? Just because they've shown us a couple of nice games here, I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't trust them. And I still think Gase is going to get out coached enough to where the Patriots win this one.
I will say, though, that the Jets have been more competitive at times than Jacksonville has. That since Jacksonville won that opener and then they hung with Tennessee in week 2, I feel like a lot of these games they haven't been in, where the Jets had the Raider game they lost at the end, the Patriot game on the Monday night they blew. So the Jets were in some of these games. And we know that they had some issues where Joe Flacco was in and he's way past his prime.
Great
But
point.
I just got to think that Belichick closes out. What does he close out with, Holden? On a solid note and get the win against the Jets. You got to do it, right?
You need to start coming out with a series every week, the solid note. Finishing with a solid note. That's the NFL in week 17, though. We got 15 games. You're right. Jacksonville is probably slightly worse. But how am I taking the Jets? Even with points here, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it, K-Raj. The Patriots are much better coach team than the Jets at this point. I think they'll come out and take care of it.
Yeah, hopefully the Patriots can score a touchdown or 2. Maybe that gets them the win. So let's review our picks for Week 17 in the NFL. Holden is on Jacksonville at Indianapolis, also taking the Vikings on the road against the Lions. I'm backing the Bengals at home against the Ravens, and also holding my breath with the Broncos against the Raiders at home. And our consensus for the final time, the New England Patriots laying the points against the New York Jets. We'll see how that one turns out. Holden, want to thank you for a very fun season here. We had our ups and downs with the contest, but always had an up with the video every week.
Oh, it was so nice seeing your face every day. I'm going to miss it. We didn't do anything last week. I was laying in bed going, okay, Raj, why can't I do a show with you tomorrow?
Well, at least you got to do this one. And now,
are you uncomfortable after I said that?
No, I feel really good about it that you still think about me besides these videos. So for Holden Kushner, I'm Kevin Rogers. Best of luck with your bets in Week 17. We'll talk to you soon right here on VegasInsider.com.